Right, quite a bit of fiddling about later. I think I now have this as the perfect blueprint, famous last words, ready to go. We have 6 low density structure factories which all fit into an octagon, each one served by its own copper drop-off station. I've set the filters on the stack inserters. I've named all the stations appropriately. I think I've set all the settings in the combinators properly. I've put in roboports. I've put in radars. I've even put in a building train station over here, so it would automatically start building. Well, once I've built the building train station and set requests, it should start building and put some robots into these ports. So what we have is 2 trains coming in here with plastic, 1 train coming here with steel, and I've set this train to sort of unload on the other side just because it was easier to work out where the belts were going and to merge everything together and do like an 8 to 6 balancer down here. So the steel comes in along the bottom, and each one of these lines goes into a separate factory. And then we have an 8 to 6 balancer for the steel, and they've got 2 lines going into each factory. So I've got 1 down here and 1 up there. So it does mean that the bottom half of each train serves these bottom left 3 factories, and the top half of each train serves the bottom right of these factories, and the top half of each train serves the top left of each factory. So hopefully that we won't hit any sort of balancing issues with that, but if we do, we'll have to just work something out of trying to get the trains sort of balanced a little bit more evenly before the items go into the factories. And then the outputs all come out on these red belts, and they all go across and up here into a train station, picking up the low density structures to go elsewhere. So I think hopefully I've thought of everything. I've even tweaked the power, the substations here. If you do them on a zigzag, they will cover everything. Everything here is still powered, and I'm using sort of fewer substations than I used to. I've set it so that the slower moving items, these only need to be red belts coming in for the copper and for the steel and plastic, and the output belts only need to be red belts. So I might have to build some of this manually because I don't think I've got red belts on the building train. One little thing that I can do is just tweak this. I'm trying to set it so that I've got each underground sort of does as far reach as it possibly can, and that just saves me a few belts. Because it's sort of expensive to build the underground, so I might as well get the full benefit out of them. So the more you look at this, the more that you think there is to tweak on it. But I'm nearly ready to actually make the blueprint. I mean, yes, it is a little bit repetitive. You just got to make sure that if you got something right first time, you've got to get it right all the other times as well. And there was a lot of copying and pasting and sort of taking something up. I mean, I've only just recently changed all these substation layouts, so I just deleted each one and copied and pasted it from another one. So we should be ready to go. I've not got any labelling in here because it's all labelled here basically when the train stations come in. Because I've now set this as a complete blueprint to do the In fact, that needs to be 32,000 because plastic stacks to 100 on a train. That one also needs to be 32,000, and I think so does that. So these are all set. They're just network ID 1. There's always something that needs tweaking. I think all these are set for network ID 1 as well. They should all be the same because I copied and pasted them. So the trains come in for the copper. They all come in at the top. So this is the input for like everything. And I don't think it's going to really cause a... Well, I'm hoping it's not going to cause a problem. I'll put some signals along this line. Because basically there's plenty of space for a train to come in and go down to sort of park where it needs to park. I've got stacker for each station. When it's emptied, the train will come out along this line, merge into this line, and then this is the output for all the copper trains, and then that's the output for the finished low density structures. We've got the input for the steel and plastic and the output for the steel and plastic there. So, and I've set these roboports to do full coverage pretty much. I mean, everything's covered by green area, apart from a few of these rail lines at the very top. I'll just do those manually. I'm not bothered about sort of building parts of it with my own bots. So I think I'm ready now to create a massive blueprint. Complete. Oh, caps log. Complete. LDS Octagon Factory. I'll just do that as low density structure, and we'll have 5K because that's what it's for. Where's K? There it is. And we'll have complete octagon builds, and that one goes into there. So I think I've thought of everything. I hope I've thought of everything. I possibly haven't. I've had to get these to sort of come in across here and come down, just so that they go across the top of these lines here, because this belt. And I don't think I can get that going any closer. I might be able to get it to go one tile closer, possibly, but I'm only going to save like a very, very small handful of belts in doing that. I think the amount of effort isn't really worth the reward. But yeah, let's put it into the main world and stamp it down and see what happens. Now then, where shall I build it? So that's where the plastic is going. The steel is being made all the way down here, so I think I might... It comes across to there. I'll do it kind of halfway between the plastic and the steel, which means I'll do it here where I've sort of labelled the utility science. Because I can move utility science there and then satellites up there or something, but at least then the trains for the plastic are going to go from there to there, and the trains to the steel are going to go from there to there. So we will delete that one. Where's Spideytron? There he is. Oh, I changed the colour of my character just so that he stood out a little bit more. It was this one over here, wasn't it? Now let's zoom out a little bit. Let's zoom out a lot. Oh, there's a little bit of water still there. Let's cover that over. And then let's do blueprint complete LDS. And if we get that inner line for the octagon lined up with there, hold down shift because of the rocks, stamp it down. Let's turn my robo boards off. That's still the Spidertron's robots doing all that. Okay, confiscate all this. Where are they coming from? Okay, let's request the building train. Building train for rails. Where's my other building train? He's on a depot. He's on a temporary thing over there. So let's bring him over here for now and wait till empty. So he should be on his way. There he is. Now if we just use this first to build the building station, so we need to have basically some combinators, deciders, we need acid provider chests, I think it is. Filter inserters, that's what we needed. Still got 24 on those. need some rails. Let's have all the rails for now. Right, just for the sake of completeness, let's just put down, I haven't got any more signals on me, okay. Right, this is going to be, have I built that the wrong way around? I think I have, you know. That is annoying because that comes down, I thought I'd checked that. You see, even then, you know, the first thing you do and it's wrong. Right, let's take all that up. Building station rails. So that now needs to come. Yeah, that is in the wrong place. Okay. I mean, it's not going to be the end of the world if we actually put the building station on this side, to be honest with you. So these lines go upwards. And I'd built that to go upwards. I just need to have an extra robo port in there to actually tell you what we'll do. We'll put it down over there. It's only going to be a temporary station and we're not going to have other trains. Going across here. I will actually temporarily take those up. Put all of those in there. We will start requesting. Oh. 300, not 3,000. We need some big electric poles. We need some, we'll have some rail signals. I don't think we need any locomotives or steel chests, or we'll have some radars. Don't need those train stops, but we will have Not sure how many of those is on the train, but we'll have 50 of those and 50 of those. And substations, yeah, we'll have 20 at a time. We'll have another 100 bots. I don't like doing the bots on here because every time you request them, it drops off even more and even more and even more. And eventually you find yourself with like 4,000 bots in the system and nothing's, doesn't need anything. We'll have 10 of those at a time. We'll have 10 of those at a time. We'll have another 100 of those off there. 100 of those off there. We'll call this building train for LDS. And we'll have that to go to building train for LDS until inactivity, and then back to load. That should just go round the circle and back again. And we're off. So I basically just need to run back to the base myself. I mean, I'm not going to sort of bother changing the requests on these trains and whatever, just for red belts and red undergrounds and red splitters. I'll just pick up a handful myself and just run around and put them in manually. And away it goes to come back again. Now then, when the train comes back, I will take off the request for the building, for the construction bots, because... Oh, that's interesting. Still have that in there. Okay, so let's just nick oh, hang on a minute. Right, I don't think it went back to the base, it just went round in a circle. There it goes. It's on its way back. Right, let me just put that into manual mode for a minute. So I think it's just unloaded. Yeah, we now have even more bots in the system now, so I will take off the request. Oh. Of the bots, so we won't keep adding more and more bots to here. We've got 426 in there now, and that's fine. Okay, I can go back into automatic mode and off it goes. That's interesting. Let's just... Now, I don't know how much red stuff I've actually got in the factory, because a lot of the red belts go into as ingredients to make blue belts, so I may not actually have too many at the moment. Let's go down this way. How are we doing? Yeah, let's have a look at all that. How are we doing on the research? Still got plenty in there that we're working our way through. Nearly done with mining prod 38. Right, we'll have all those. In fact, let's just turn off my logistics. Pick up all of those. I don't know if I actually have. Let's request 500 of those and yeah, logistics storage, it does have some. But let's have 700. Because any that I don't end up using, I can put back into storage, and they can be used for, as I say, ingredients for blue belts and whatever. So I might just have to walk forwards and backwards a few times to do this. It's not a real problem. Now, before I turn this on, I will have to use, set up a lot more copper smelting. I think I probably need. I think I might need. I forgot to pick up more construction bots, didn't I? Oh, he still has some bots. Right, I'm out. I've got some red splitters still. Yay! Now again, I'll need to make sure that I've just got all the signals in place on the junctions. But yeah, once you've got everything in place and you've got nice fast robots and you've got the game on speed 5, it shouldn't take long to get it all built. But it's a case of how much stuff, how quickly we can get the red circuits and whatever, the red transport belts and undergrounds and whatever made, because as I say, a lot of them are used for ingredients for the blues, which we also need in large quantities, so it might take a little time just to get all the ingredients set up and working. We do seem to have a lot coming in there though. On the plus side, it doesn't actually take all that long to make red belts and everything. We've only got 26 of those out of 150. But yeah, we will get there, and hopefully without too much delay. That's still waiting for a red light, for a lamp somewhere. I've got no idea why. Where are we going? Gone past it. Right, so nothing's building at the moment. We're still waiting for a whole load more stuff to be delivered. I'm still filling in gaps based on what I've got on me, which isn't the end of the world. If we have a look at, yeah, all the roboports and everything are in place. So it's just a case of waiting for the trains. And of course my my red belts and everything. Quite a fair bit. I'm concerned about stocking up on red belts and I'm on blue belts and everything. The blue belts will go on the train. Okay. See, putting red belts onto the building train would have meant changing the blueprint or adding an extra wagon or taking something else off it first, and it's a bit of a fiddle because you've got to when you're changing the reservations and whatever on the wagons, you can't do it while the train's in the station because it just loads up anything into the empty slot. But it certainly doesn't take us long to stock up on the red belts and everything. So let's wander back over there again and see how much more of this we can get built. Racing the building train to get there. I think the building train's going to win. Gone past it again, haven't I? It's further up than I realised. Right, are we still waiting for anything over here? It just seems that yeah, all we're waiting for is red belts and undergrounds and beacons, which makes sense. And obviously the modules to go into the beacons. Right, we're still waiting for like 400 and something. Are we waiting for any red splitters? Don't think we are. We're not using that many of those. So I'll take those back down to 50. I've even got 150 on me, so yeah, we definitely don't need those. We still need a lot of red belts and red undergrounds. I'm out again. We still need some red belts and whatever at the top here. Couple down there in the corner. I've been recording for 45 minutes now, so, and a lot of that was just me talking through and sorting out the blueprint, so it's probably only taken me 20 minutes to get this built so far. You can't argue with that. Now, I don't know yet whether I'm going to keep the natural look of the base or whether I'm going to concrete everything over. Oh, we're still short of a few. Right, 104 belts, 17 belts and 68 undergrounds. Just 68 undergrounds. We have put in all the belts and everything else that we need. Let's just run around. I still need to fix that station because that's fine. That's just for where the building train went in. I think there's all the signals in place on the end. I've got signals on me, so if there was any missing it should be putting them in. So we just need undergrounds. Okay. Don't think I need so many. Let's just change that back to 300 red belts. Put the rest back into storage. So before we turn this on and test it, I need a lot more copper smelting. I think I might need 3 or 4 more just to be on the safe side. And that's it. Nothing flashing anymore. No little warning lights. That should say... Right, it shouldn't need to be on its way. Let's just see if it comes back with anything else, because it should have finished now. Okay, why is it coming back? Is it dropping off more and more bots? No. You can just put it into manual, unless it was just No, no rubbish for it to pick up, so let's just disable that station because we've now finished with it, I think. Coal can go back to base. Yeah, I think we've now finished and built everything here. Nothing is flashing, nothing is saying it's missing, so what I'll do is take up these inserters. Take up these. Right, we can still have the step filter inserters can go back onto there. Yeah, everything is full. It's not been unloading anything really. Those can go back on the train. See, whatever else I don't need here. And just go back to the main base. Don't need all of those, I don't think. Right, so we'll have that can go back, all those can go back. I don't think I need to have those on me. That stone can go back. Don't need to have quite so many of those stations on me, I don't think. Robo ports, don't need that, don't need that, don't need so many of those. That'll probably do. I don't think I need so many of those on me either. Right, you can take that off because I finished, and you can go back to the load. And I will take off all of this. Rails in, no, rails out Mark 2. There we go. Okay, so we still have 400 construction bots in here. I can just run around manually, I suppose, and pick up all those roboports. So, next up on the to-do list is more copper smelting. Well, smelting and mining. And then we will turn it on and see if it'll give it another test. But that got built very, very quickly and very successfully, and we seem to have all the items that we needed. I mean, it's still obviously topping up the blue belts and everything else back at the mall, but that didn't take as long to put together as I thought it might. So yes, I am now very, very happy with that. Let's add a tag, low density structures. Okay. And yeah, we've got plenty of mines around here we'll tap into, so I'll have more copper smelting along the bottom here. I think 2 or 3 coming in from these 4 or 5 mines down here. You probably don't need to see me set that up because it's only the same as what I've already done. I'll just copy and paste and just build. And I'll carry on with that. We'll come back and see if we can give it more of a test. I definitely need more. Actually, let's put this on the to-do list as well. We need more fluid wagons and depots. Despots? Fluid wagons and depots as well. Move that one down. Just so that when I turn on the oil, the plastic processing, it's got plenty of oil coming in from anywhere else. And then, yes, we'll add new oil. Come on. Oil mining. So yeah, copper mining and smelting, fluid wagons, oil mining, and I finished off the blueprint for that other diagonal stacker that I was doing, so I can put that in somewhere. But yeah, I wasn't expecting the low density structures to be a whole factory in its own right. I got a bit sidetracked. I was just doing utility science, and then so the utility science will now bring in the low density structures on its own, so that'll be fewer stations and fewer ingredients coming in from that. I've not been putting down any more solar panels recently, but I can carry on with that. We should have thousands of them stacked up over there. I might use the copper, sort of bring this train line down here and have these copper mines 45, 54, although it's not a big deal to sort of carry on. I don't think I'll mine this iron ore. I mean, it's 71 million and it is a lot, but there is plenty more around. There's another 71 million there. You know, there's plenty more iron in the sea. That's a phrase you don't hear every day. Okay. Fingers crossed. That'll all work nicely. But yeah, fingers crossed. See you next time.